What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm captainxbridger, and today we've got more iRacing for you. We're running the street stocks at Southern National today. This is a track that I'm pretty comfortable with this car, so hopefully I'm just trying to get around the track cleanly, safely, and hopefully we can walk away with at least a top 5 victory, hopefully doing a podium finish by the end of it. As I'm starting the practice session here, I have a feeling that I was in the very top split, but I learned that I was in the second top split, which is pretty cool. Usually I'm kind of in that third split and below, so you can see I'm running the number 7 today, so they have a feeling that I'm going to be kind of mid to lower pack, so hopefully we can prove the ratings wrong today. But without any further ado, let's get on out there for qualifying. Holy hell, would you look at that top left corner? It's me, running a face cam today for you guys. But coming into turn 1 here, this whole qualifying lap, this first one, felt really strong. So I'm coming into the backstretch going into turn 3. I really try my best not to look at the bar underneath the rear view. But I get to the line and I hit a 15.9, which I thought I ran a lot better, and I think hearing that kind of discouraged me a little bit, so I don't know, I just kind of ran like a very mid lap. But overall, we end up qualifying 7th, so kind of mid to back of the pack, right as they had the ratings. Let's get on the field. 1 to go, and let's see what we can do for this race. As we get onto the backstretch here, I have to admit I wasn't feeling the most confident because I know the leader ran something crazy like a 15.2 or something like that. So I had a feeling I probably wasn't going to podium this race. But the green flag is out at Southern National as we get into turn number 1 here. I can get the feeling, and as my spotter there tells me, it's 3 wide, so it's definitely a little jam-packed right here. So I kind of let off a little bit, just let kind of the field get in front of me. As you can see, it's a little bit of a clusterfuck, a little bit more than I would like to see on the track right at the start of the race. So I'm just very safely kind of tagging behind this pack here. And I'm trying to see what's going to happen here, because I can tell that exactly is what's going to happen. I knew it was coming. So safely get around that wreck, and everyone just kind of falls in a line going into lap number 3.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
I can already tell that these cars are a hell of a lot faster than I am around this track, obviously. So I'm trying to kind of find that balance between being fast but also not destroying my car's tires. I'm just kind of hanging on for dear life. I'm sitting at 7th spot, which is obviously, like I said a couple times before, that's kind of where they expect me to finish. But I'm really hoping that there is some, I don't know, some shenanigans that kind of helps me catch up to the pack a little bit.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The leader just did a 15.95 to 16.145.
So I didn't see what happened, but those were some of the shenanigans I was talking about as we get around the number 5 car, and something happened to the number 10 right there as well. So just like that, we jump up 2 spots and take 5th position.
206. You're in 5th.
So in the practice sessions that I ran off camera right before this race, this number 5 car was kind of running on my ass the entire time. So I knew he was a quicker car than me, so I just kind of eased up and I let him get around me coming into turn 1 here. I didn't have the speed to be able to keep up with him. No big deal. There's still a lot of race left to go.
leader just did 16.216, 16.093. .187.
Hello.
145.
So as you heard there, and as we can see in the turn 3 and 4, we are approaching some lap traffic, which I'm hoping that that traffic can slow down the front of the pack a little bit so I can make up a little bit of ground, so I can have a little bit of a fighting chance to pick up some more spots.
Slow car down low. .067 inside. Stay high. Clear inside.
One thing I will say, removed from the race now, this was a very respectful group of racers, especially that number 9 car. So if you're watching this, number 9, it looks like James Mills. I really appreciate you, brother.
The leader just did 16.169, 16.275.
So in front of me, I'm watching the number 5 and the number 4 kind of battle it out, and the number 5 getting underneath that 4 is kind of making him drop back a little bit, so I'm hoping that they can kind of keep up this battle here. As you can see, 4 looks like he had to check up his brakes a little bit, so I'm hoping that this can get me a little bit closer to that number 4 so I can try and make a pass. Now we'll say these next few laps are going to be pretty fun between me and this number 4 car. I'll turn up my audio so you can hear the interaction between us a little bit later.
.274. .351.
Bridger, this is the funnest race I've ever had with somebody. Thank you, buddy.
Clear. Outside.
Absolutely, brother.
Stay low. The leader just did 16.157. Keep low.
You just forced me to run my fastest lap ever on this track.
You're back in 5th. Hold your line.
So I just thought that was a very nice thing to say as I come a little bit high and nearly took myself out on his car. But to piggyback on what I said earlier, just a really nice, respectful group of drivers. Everyone's super cool and just racing hard. And it was relatively clean the entire race. So I really appreciated that, and I really appreciated him saying that. So Kenneth, if you're watching this as well, shout out to you, man. You're awesome.
Stay low. 16.471. Hold your line.
But in the end, we do end up overtaking my man Kenneth here, and this is pretty much going to be it between me and him the rest of the race as we come up on lap 28. So about 12 more laps to go, and now my main goal is to keep this spot and then hopefully get a little bit closer to that group in front, but I'm not holding my breath.
.128. .24.
Now, as I'm coming in the front stretch, I can see out of the corner of my window that the top 3 drivers are starting to cluster together, which I'm low-key hoping that they race a little too hard and wreck out. That way I can pick up maybe one, maybe all 3 spots. So I'm just kind of keeping my eye out on them going into the turn in front of me, seeing if anything's going to happen.
.33. .243.
Hello.
16.308. .264.
All right, we're coming up on about 4 more laps to go. Going into turn 3.
Low car up high.
And would you look at that? Somebody wrecked out. So we get underneath them. And we only take 1 spot, but that is just fine. We are running 4th with 4 more laps to go. There's a pretty large gap in front, pretty large gap behind. So this is pretty much going to be it for this race here at Southern National.
16.272. Two to go. 16.322 outside. Keep low. Clear outside. White flag, 1 to go.
Alrighty, white flag is out at Southern National. 1 more lap to go. Like I said, good gaps in front and behind, so as we come into turn 3, we're going to safely walk away from this race. Top 5, number 4, which I am pretty happy with as we cross the finish line. Second top split, and I pick up a top 5, almost a podium finish, which I am totally happy with, and no incident points, which is even better. So good day, good race, good people, good results, and I am all for it. Alright, so here are the official results. Finishing 4th, picked up almost 0.2 safety rating, 45 iRating, and as you can see, I was the only B class. A lot of D classers in this race, which is pretty cool for them because a lot of them absolutely killed it today. But yeah, pretty happy with the results when it's all said and done. So that's going to do it for today's video. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Guys, I am Captain Bridger, and we will see you all on the track next time.